All right, guys. Hello and welcome back to the MLE. It is Saturday night. We have one final matchup for you. It will be the Academy League Tyrants versus the Outlaws. Again, conference champion will move on to play against the Puffins in the grand final. We just watched them take a bit of a dramatic victory over Top of the Shadow. But this matchup, you and I, ZB, we were talking about it during the break. This is probably the premier matchup of the Academy League.
Yeah, in the Orange Conference, Tyrants #1, Outlaws. And as we kind of got a feel for the players and what they're capable of, I think Sci-Fi, TSR, Hot Sauce, the Pirate, and Kerwood are as good as it gets in the Academy League. I expect a lot of high-flying action in this one.
Yep, absolutely. I am so excited. I can't wait to get started with this. Of course, guys, I just want to take a moment to remind you of our sponsors, Balls with Guarana and Power A. Visit our website, mlesports.gg/sponsors, and you can see all of our sponsors. We have other ones like Humble Bundle and such there as well. So please do go check those out, but don't do it until we are done here, as we have yet another series for you. This one that I've been excited for since we announced it earlier on. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to take a quick look at the map we're playing on. Of course, my favorite, Manfield at night. Take a look. All right, guys, here we are. Game number 1 between the Outlaw and the Tyrants, a best of 7 to see who is the Orange Conference champion. We are underway. TSR and Sci-Fi, a bit of a double commit there, can give Kerwood an opportunity. Sci-Fi, a great little bump to pull off Kerwood from his line there, and that is just kind of the place that we come to expect from these two teams fast out of the gate.
Yeah, certainly expected from this one. Tyrants and Outlaws, if you listen to the community, these are two of the top teams in Academy League, and Kerwood showing what he's capable of. The pass from Hot Sauce off of TSR, kind of the bad touch there, but Kerwood in the right place at the right time, able to bury that one home. TSR wishes he had that one back. Unfortunately, his team is down 1-0, 30 seconds in.
30 seconds indeed. 1-0 in favor of the Outlaws. They are sporting their alternate black colors in this one, of course, as Hot Sauce, the Pirate, will get a touch on goal. Actually, TSR, I believe, had the majority of that touch, and this has been a bit of a rocky start here for TSR.
Yeah, if you followed MLE from the beginning, you knew that Hot Sauce, the Pirate, was the #1 pick for the Outlaws. That pick worked out for them because they are here in the conference final. Hot Sauce getting the touch off of TSR and into goal. Outlaws firing out of the chute in this one. I know the Tyrants are certainly capable of an offensive performance of their own. They just have to, get that going.
Yeah, and it is worth mentioning, too, that this, out of all the brackets that were submitted, of all the conference finals of the matches we've watched so far this evening, this is the most predicted one, with about 30% of people predicting this matchup in the conference finals for the Orange Conference. And of course, we're going to see these two teams clash here. Already a 2-0 lead for the Outlaw. Sci-Fi playing that off the back wall. Here comes TSR to try to clear it away. Hot Sauce, the Pirate, will eventually look to get a touch on this one. TSR not going to be able to find the play. This is going to give Hot Sauce a little bit of a chance to clear it away. He will eventually get turned on there. So played just over a minute and a half here in game number 1. It's a 1-0 lead, or 2-0 lead, but it looks like it's about to be 2-1 as Sci-Fi finds the open net.
Yeah, you can't give the Tyrants that opportunity. Hot Sauce not able to clear the ball, and Kerwood nowhere to be found. So Sci-Fi had the entire goal to himself, took his time, got on top of the ball, put that one in, cut the deficit to 1. Tyrants are back.
Yeah, it was just an ill-advised challenge by Hot Sauce in the corner there. He needs to be a little bit more patient with that. You don't have to challenge that ball right away when you're the last guy back, and we saw why, as that ball will come out in front. and TSR with a second assist to Sci-Fi. We're tied.
Exact same thing we saw. Hot Sauce being the last one back, not able to get the touch he needed. The ball going straight to Sci-Fi, and if you didn't think this one was gonna be highly competitive and highly scoring, I hate to say it, but you were wrong. Both of these teams highly capable of scoring and playing with high mechanics and high skill, and we're seeing that early.
That we are, as TSR is looking to tack on another one for his team. Sci-Fi already 2 goals in this game. Looking for an early hat trick here in the series as TSR plays that one down. Kerwood gets the clear. Sci-Fi, not the greatest touch, but he does get a bump on a Hot Sauce to keep him away from that ball. We've almost passed the halfway mark. Sci-Fi, ooh, good challenge from Kerwood. Read that one very, very well. Now he's going to play this out of the corner. This one's up high. Sci-Fi, no problems on that. Clear Hot Sauce through mid will keep it in. This should be a pretty normal clear here for TSR, who does get it all the way back to this black zone.
Yeah, he gets a really good clear. It even goes off the backboard there. You can already tell that aiming is really fast-paced. You sometimes see in a series where game one is kind of the slower game where teams are feeling the other team out, but I think both teams here know that they're capable of firing on all cylinders, and they have. Just comparing to the last game, which was still 2 very capable teams. Great save there by TSR to get that one out of the zone. These teams are very capable of being the aggressor, and we've kind of found ourselves in an interesting one where both teams, I think, are going to go at 100 miles per hour at all times. I'm very excited to see how this turns out.
Well, Hot Sauce has to make a save there on a bit of a long-range shot from TSR. Sci-Fi chasing him back into his own zone as Kerwood will just tap that off the back wall. TSR to play it away. He will get the next touch. Hot Sauce over top of him, and now Hot Sauce trying to play this one a little bit slower now. We're getting closer to the end of this game, number 1. Of course, we are still tied, but it's, again, you don't want to make that mistake that leads to a broken tie, not in your favor. We're seeing that in the play styles here from both teams.
Yeah, the ball has slowed down, but I don't think the players have slowed down. They're getting the touch that they want and getting there as quickly as they can, but not really a lot of offensive possessions here, just kind of back and forth action. TSR might be able to get it up to Sci-Fi. Sci-Fi with the touch, but it's off the sidewall. TSR not able to get a touch either. This ball staying in the Tyrants' offensive zone. They might be able to steal one here if Outlaws can't clear it away. Another great touch. Outlaws finally able to get that one out of danger.
Well, 30 seconds to go. We are still tied 2-2 here in this first game. TSR has to clear it away. He's going to chase this one down. Picks up the side boost and looks to take a shot. Goes over top of Kerwood. Hot Sauce the Pirate playing that back post defense quite well. Will make the save. Sci-Fi over top. Can't get it past Kerwood, though. Another bit of a risky challenge from the Outlaw here. We have 5 more seconds to go in regulation time. That ball will be cleared away by Hot Sauce. Sci-Fi gets it over top of him. Can he find this follow-up touch? It's only him and the defender off the post. Oh, he had it, but he couldn't get underneath. And we see overtime in game 1.
So close. There was about a couple feet of space between the ball and the goal. Unfortunately, the ball went down and hit the ground before it got into the goal. This play so far in game 1 has been frantic, and I love it.
It looks like we're going to continue that pace of play as TSR is going to play this one down into Hot Sauce, who does get the challenge onto Sci-Fi as well. Good play by him. Now they're looking to turn this into some offense. TSR does eventually get it clear. This is going to force Kerwood all the way back towards his own zone. Off the corner, not the bounce he was looking for. Sci-Fi will challenge him there. But again, good play from the defense of the Outlaw. Will keep the ball away from their goal for now. That's a shot off the post. Oh, what a good bump, and it'll find its way home. The bump play working for the Outlaw.
Absolutely. I have to be careful because I am such a big fan of both of these teams that I come sometimes just sit back and enjoy what I'm seeing. The great bump by Hot Sauce. A lot of times in Academy League Diamond level plays, those are the things you need. Just take the goalie out of the play, which Hot Sauce did. Kerwood able to bang it home, and Outlaws take away game 1. That was highly entertaining. As we alluded to, this was the matchup that I think Academy fans were looking for, and that one lived up to the hype.
Yeah, and we certainly saw kind of the parity between these two teams. Obviously, going into overtime here in game 1, But just taking a look at the shot counter, the Tyrants with 9 total shots, only to the Outlaws, mere 5 shots. Of course, the Outlaws did eventually end up taking the game, but it does kind of speak to the shot quality from the Tyrants,
Right.
not exactly what they were looking for.
No, I saw a lot more team plays from the Outlaws working together, making sure they waited until they got that quality touch. So often in Rocket League, you can just kind of tense up and get nervous and just send the ball into the offensive zone where you're more well served to really make that team play and get the best scoring opportunity as you can. Outlaws did that in game 1, and it led to their victory.
Well, we are underway here in game number 2, or just about to be anyway. TSR and Hot Sauce the Pirate taking the face-off. Sci-Fry with a shot on goal. He'll find in the back corner. That is a quick start here for the Tyrants.
After you drop game 1, the best thing you can do is just get a kickoff goal. Kerwood did the normal thing there that most players do, is go back to get that boost, but you have to really turn towards the goal and not up to the field to make sure that you're able to cover the goal just in case your teammate really loses that kickoff. So unfortunate there, Tyrants finding an early lead.
Well, it's going to be responded to just like that. Hot Sauce the Pirate carries it all of the way down, and we haven't even played 10 seconds. It's 1-1.
Hot Sauce with a nutty play coming off the wall. Boost to just send that one under the crossbar. Great play, great player. All 4 players in this one are just great. I'm very excited to be casting this game.
Well, we are here in game number 2. Sci-Fry looking for the pass across for TSR. That one just a bit too high. Can Sci-Fry foul this up? He will get the next touch. He's got to make one more to get it over top of Hot Sauce. It's not going to quite happen here as TSR challenging Hot Sauce there. Sci-Fry rotating all the way back. Kerwood looking for Hot Sauce the Pirate down the pitch. There's the pass back to Kerwood. He actually rotates back, but that might work out in his favor, although TSR does get the clear. Hot Sauce has to scramble back. This one out in front. Sci-Fry trying to turn on this ball. Not going to be able to quite do it, and it will be pinched all the way around. So it's felt like we've played at least a couple minutes here in game number 2, but we're only a minute in.
Yeah, the thing I've noticed is I think Kerwood is playing like 1 speed slower than everyone else. There's a missed touch by him, and so Fry is able to bury this one home. Out of the 4 players, I think Kerwood is the one that's playing the most passive. We saw Hot Sauce pass the ball back to him, but Kerwood had already rotated back to defense, so wasn't able to touch the ball. And then he just had a mechanical mistake there, missing the ball. But I think the difference between the Tyrants and the Outlaws, I don't want to single out a player, but I think Kerwood is going to have to kind of step up the game and meet Sci-Fry and TSR and Hot Sauce the Pirate if the Outlaws are going to be able to be successful in this one.
Right, absolutely. It is, yeah, I mean, it's at some point, it's just an observation as there's Kerwood's answer. Will get the first touch on the ball, follows it up. I mean, just a good play from Kerwood all the way around. You wanted to see more speed, and he showed it to you right there.
Yeah, that happens to me more often than not. Players prove there's just pressuring the ball and getting the touch over the defender, and just like that, we're tied up. Anyone's game.
3:40 to go here, game number 2, as Hot Sauce the Pirate's going to take a little bit of a shot there. TSR getting the touch. It's going to come out in front, but TSR will eventually find the clear. Looking to challenge over top of Kerwood, but a good clear once more from Kerwood. He's going to go off the corner wall. Hot Sauce the Pirate unfortunately went for a bit of a double commit there. So he does have to rotate all the way back, and the Tyrants are going to find a clear off the back of this. And that is a story that we've seen, although we also have seen this story as well. TSR a little bit out of position.
Yeah, something I bring up a lot in my cast is whenever that second player pushes up, that's good because it can keep the ball in the offensive zone. But the problem is if the defender is able to pop it over you like Hot Sauce the Pirate was there, you're really in no man's land and you can't back check back to get that ball. So unfortunate positioning there, but maybe another unfortunate play there. But Kerwood, great save. TSR going to put this one back. This ball is going crazy. These teams going crazy. Great game here in game 2.
Well, we've played almost 2.5 minutes here as Kerwood will save that away from Sci-Fry. TSR rotating back. Get this one past Kerwood. He wants to get it over top of Hot Sauce. Not going to quite happen. Here comes Sci-Fry to boom it back down. The greatest touch on that ball will give Hot Sauce an opportunity here. TSR wants to keep it away from his own corner for now, and he will do just that. He's got a 2v1 there, but nothing he could really do. And now it's going to be Sci-Fi to chase this ball back. The Tyrants down a goal in this game. Bit surprising, as we've seen them be the aggressors, I think, a bit more in here in game number 2, but they've given up more opportunities just off of the just poor defensive rotation.
Yeah, and something interesting from the Outlaws, I've noticed they're playing a little bit more passive all of a sudden. For instance, Hot Sauce the Pirate elected, instead of challenging a ball, collecting boost and then rotating all the way back to his back line. Something that served them well so far in this series is playing aggressive and challenging the ball. I'd hate to see them take this lead and really sit back, because Tyrants are able to turn the tables on them, as there's TSR with the demo, and Sci-Fi is able to put it on. As I was just speaking about their pressure, there's pressure both on the body and on the ball, kind of both happening simultaneously. Tyrants, great play to tie this one up.
Yep, the demo, certainly an important part there, as they find the equalizer. 3-3 with 1:41 to go here in game number 2. Of course, the Tyrants with the early series lead as well. This is going to be TSR to try to play that one towards the net. In rotation, here comes Hot Sauce. That's just off the mark. He had an opportunity there, but this ball will eventually be cleared away by Sci-Fi. And now it's TSR who's looking to challenge Hot Sauce. Hot Sauce, I don't think he's got a lot of boost. He's got to do something with this. It's out in front. Where's the follow-up from Sci-Fi? He was all the way across the pitch. Couldn't quite get around to that one. So we stayed tied, 1:10 to go.
Yeah, kind of some miscues there. Sci-Fi not where he needed to be. I'd boost too often. You can be too reliant on boost. Once you can get comfortable playing with low boost, it will really give your team more offensive opportunities, as you can stay in the offensive zone. TSR able to put this one mid. I don't know where Sci-Fi is. He was sitting at the midfield reading Hot Sauce's touch. He was able to make the backflip and the save. Both teams able to find good scoring opportunities, but both teams able to play good defense as well.
Well, here in game number 2, there is only 30 seconds to go before we see overtime period, as TSR, gonna play that away from Sci-Fi. That's gonna be dangerous as Kerwood goes up for it. Shot on goal. He'll find the touch.
TSR was up on the backboard in the right place. I think he was expecting more of a powerful touch from Kerwood. I don't know if Kerwood intentionally kind of hit that ball soft, or it was a mistouch, but he kind of threw him the changeup, and TSR not expecting it, not able to score. Outlaws 1-goal lead, only 20 seconds remaining. They're in a good spot.
Yeah, they certainly are. Sci-Fi is just going to let this ball go. It might be a big misplay. It is.
Whoa.
Hot Sauce is just going to put that home, and I don't know. I kind of understand what Sci-Fi is going for there, but
yeah,
it's got to be an earlier decision.
Yeah, I think you just trust your play to get that initial touch, and then when you don't get the touch, you kind of go into freak out mode, and your instincts just kind of take over. So I can't getting the boost, especially knowing that if you're gonna score, you probably need the boost anyway. So it was high risk, high reward. It cost him there, and unfortunately, he's gonna find his team down 2-0 early in this series to the Outlaws.
Yeah, and yeah, unfortunate. I mean, that is kind of how it is. This is Rocket League, right? I mean, this is the epitome of the game. You're in it until you're not, and that's just the way it goes. I mean, we look at the shot counter a little bit even, a little bit more even, I think, between these two teams in this game. But again, it's just the Tyrants not finding the touches to get it past Hot Sauce, to get it past Kerwood. And you kind of singled out Kerwood a little bit here in this game. I think he stepped it up a little bit, but his defensive play, I can agree with you that his on the offensive side of the ball, he's been a bit slow, hasn't really gotten the touches I would have liked to see. But I think it's the reverse on the defensive side. Right. He's kind of held it down and kind of let Hot Sauce do his thing. And really, you see when the Tyrants get the scoring opportunities, it's because Hot Sauce is kind of stuck in a defensive position where he kind of has to make that decision, and typically it's not the greatest that he could have made in that spot.
Right. I know the Tyrants have had the higher shot total in both games, so I think their lower goal total partly has to do their quality of touches, but I think the Outlaws defense has just been tremendous, making great plays, being in great position to thwart those offensive attacks from the Outlaws, or from the Tyrants. If they keep that up, I think they'll find themselves in the grand final.
Well, they've got a 2-0 lead to the Outlaws here in this series as Kerwood gonna challenge that one. TSR, a boomer all the way down. It's gonna pop out in front, but Kerwood a good touch to clear it away. Will he find the follow-up? Just gonna let Sci-Fry play this one, and he will rotate back. Hot Sauce getting demoed here could open up some space for the Tyrants if TSR can find this ball. He does. It's gonna come out in front, but Hot Sauce eventually rotating back across. Still in a bit of a dangerous position here as this ball will fall down, but again, the Outlaw, really when you see them get on the back foot on defense, they just find a way to even the odds a little bit in their favor on the defensive side.
Yeah, so often if you can just position yourself in the right position, next will take over. There's unfortunately a miscue by Kerwood. He needed. Hot Sauce was pushed way far in the offensive zone. So as I had just talked about their positioning being able to help their mechanics, they kind of made me look foolish there. But Sci-Fry able to sneak that one just into the far post. So that might be the shot that the Tyrants needed to get back in this series.
Well, it is 1-0. They do have the early lead. We've only played a minute here in game number 3 as Kerwood has to hustle back to try to beat TSR to this ball. And TSR is just going to take it out in front, and he's going to put it in. TSR doing all the work there to put them up 2.
Yeah, just kind of a misplay by Kerwood. Not exactly forwards, reverse, and forwards again, and just isn't able to get a touch on the ball. That leaves Hot Sauce really vulnerable, and TSR is able to find that on the far post again. An early lead for the Tyrants, 2-0 with 3:50 remaining in game 3.
This one's going to be cleared all the way down into the Outlaw corner. TSR out in front. They want to find a third goal if at all possible. Put as much space between them and the Outlaw as they possibly can, as TSR is going to play that over top of Hot Sauce. Now it's Kerwood. However, this time Sci-Fry with the clear. And again, the Outlaws finding a lot of space through mid, and this one might even turn into a goal. That goes just off the post. TSR, is that going to find its way in? Kerwood gets bumped out of the way, and it does. TSR with his second of the game.
If you've been watching the stream all night, I talked about earlier, teammate puts the ball off the backboard, you can only dive in there to touch that ball. The Outlaws' second player who dove in probably shouldn't have. It was ill-advised because they didn't have a good chance of scoring. It was Tyrants who were able to get that ball out of the zone, and then it was an easy 2-on-0. You hate to see that. I understand having the chance, but Kerwood steps up and is able to steal one off the kickoff, so kind of is able to make up for the mistake there. Great job by stealing one.
Yeah, just the 50-50, not the greatest play there from TSR, unfortunately, but it is worth noting, again, yeah, if you are the second man in a 2v2 situation when you're on the offensive side of the ball, you have to make a touch. Like, you have to, at the very least, challenge the ball. You can't be caught out with no challenge if you're going to be that close. And I think that was what really hurt the Outlaw there, and we've seen it throughout the series all tonight. It's just a lot of the times these teams try to push up, find the aggression, and they don't get the challenge they need. This one, again, could have been dangerous. Sci-Fry, the second man in, didn't get the touch he needed, but it doesn't find its way in, and the Tyrants a bit lucky that it didn't find the back of the net.
Yeah, it's easy to forget that these are the best, in my opinion, well, certainly 2 of the top 4 teams in the Academy League to get to the conference final, but it's interesting to still see kind of those miscues on both sides of the ball. But I mean, even if you watch pro esports athletes, they still make those miscues from time to time, so we can't put too much blame on these players here. They're certainly playing very well in the Academy League to make it this far. Outlaws finding themselves still down 3-1 in game 3. They would love to take the 3-0 lead and have a good lead in this series, but they find themselves kind of in a little bit of a predicament. Tyrants able to get scoring opportunities early. There's one off the near post. Kerwood able to clear it away. TSR pushing it back in. I like that the Tyrants have been able to kind of turn the tables and be the aggressor in this one.
Well, TSR, a little bit of an awkward touch here. Kerwood out in front. Where's the follow-up? Not going to happen. TSR does get the clear, and now it's Sci-Fry. He does get challenged by Hot Sauce the Pirate. This ball high along the side wall. Hot Sauce, one touch. Can he find the next one? He does, but it doesn't go in. Kerwood gets challenged by TSR, and this could be an open net shot for Sci-Fry, but it's off the mark.
Ooh, so close.
So we remain a 3-1 game. Hot Sauce the Pirate will play it down. They've got a minute 10 seconds. Try to put 2 on the board to send us into overtime here in game number 3. Kerwood along the sidewall. What can they do? They've got a minute left. Long the way. Hot Sauce finds it underneath the defender, and that's a great way to put them back in this match.
I didn't see who the defender was. It looks like it was Sci-Fry. Boosted, backflipped, and boosted up. He got too high on the ball. Hot Sauce read it, and he banged the ball down into the ground to pop back up into goal. Great shot by Hot Sauce there to read the defender and giving the Outlaws a little bit of life here. 52 seconds is more than enough time to score a goal.
And of course, that last second goal on the table as well, as Kerwood might not even need it, but Sci-Fi makes the save. Good play there. Kerwood's going to rotate away. Doesn't have a lot of boost to really challenge this, as TSR will get the clear. I would have liked to see TSR try to control this a bit more, as he just has given away possession to the Outlaws, as now Hot Sauce the Pirate looking for the net. Can't get it past Sci-Fi. Good challenge there. We're in the final 23 seconds. Kerwood going to push forward. Wants to get it past Sci-Fi. He does. That's on goal. Wow! He scores! A beauty of a shot from Kerwood ties us up.
That ball was absolutely on a rope. Kerwood got up to touch it. He avoided Sci-Fi. TSR couldn't get up fast enough. It went upper 90. That is the perfect shot from Kerwood. It is tied. 17 seconds remaining. What a performance to tie this one up.
And now if you're the Tyrants, all of a sudden, if you concede the next goal in the series, you're in a absolutely terrible spot going into game number 4, as we might see overtime. TSR doesn't really want to do that quite yet. He wants one more opportunity, but it will fall regardless. So it is 3-3 overtime, game number 3. Yet again, if the Outlaws score this goal, they go up in the series 3-0, and that is quite a monumental hole for the Tyrants.
Right, Outlaws have to feel like Uncle Mo is scoring those 2 goals late in the game to tie it, but Tyrants giving a lot of pressure. If Outlaws can steal this one away, they're going to be in a great spot, up 3-0, as you mentioned. Tyrants kind of have to feel like, man, they have to get this goal, this next one. Ooh. And they did. Sci-Fry, I like to call that a dipsy-do dunkaroo, getting it actually under the defender. Usually you go over the defender there, but he kind of shot it under the defender there. So as I kind of mentioned, Tyrants needed that one if they were going to give themselves good odds in this series. So they're just 1 game away from tying this one.
Yep, they are, as you said, 1 game away. We are going to have to switch the server here yet again. Kind of been the theme for the night, but we are going to get that ready for you. It's now a 2-1 lead for the Outlaws in the series going into game number 4, so we will see at least 5 games in this series. But really, I didn't think the Outlaws really looked that hot there throughout most of the game, and it's fortunate for the Tyrants that they were able to pull it out in overtime. But really, I mean, I don't think that game should have gone to overtime, number 1, but for the Outlaws, they need to turn it back on again. They kind of lost their footing here in game 3.
Yeah, it's always an interesting balance between what you feel like you deserve and what the results, say you got. So Outlaws able to find those late 2 goals to tie up the game and force overtime. Whether or not they performed in a way to deserve overtime, I'm not necessarily sure, but you also have to remember that these teams have got themselves in this position, so they're obviously capable of stealing those goals when they need to. So I still give the advantage to the Outlaws in this one. Tyrants were able to find that victory in game 3 to kind of keep the series competitive. If they're able to steal game 4, I think things kind of change, but I'm still going to give the edge to the Outlaws in this one.
Yeah, well, we are almost underway here with game number 4. The server is back up, just waiting on everybody to join in here. And yeah, we're going to have to see. This is kind of what I like to call really the pivotal game of the series. Whichever team takes this one has all of the momentum going into game number 5. And of course, if it is the Outlaws, that momentum may lead to a series victory for them because they would be up 3-1 in the series. Let's see what we can do now as we get underway with game number 4. And I'm interested to see how the Outlaw respond. And I guess it's just a goal early on in game number 4.
We've seen a lot of these players able to these quick goals off the kickoff. Not easy by Hot Sauce the Pirate to get onto the wall and get the perfect touch to put that one on target. I couldn't see who it was in goal there, but they nearly got there. Probably just didn't get the boost or the car positioning they need to launch themselves to play that ball. Hot Sauce the Pirate not going to slow down after game 3, taking the first goal in game 4.
Well, Sci-Fi looking to try to answer. Touch towards the mid. No real danger there as Kerwood does eventually get the clear, but TSR going to turn this into an opportunity. Hot Sauce the Pirate. Good save there. And he will go off the sidewall one more time. Kerwood looking for the play. Hot Sauce going for the demo instead of the ball. I'm sure he thought that one was going to be on goal, but he's going to put it in either way. It's a 2-0 lead.
Did Hot Sauce get the demo and the goal? That is great. I don't think he was expecting the ball to kind of pop up quite as far as it did, but he took care of the goalie and took care of the ball. Do it yourself, my friend. Hot Sauce the Pirate giving the Outlaws a 2-0 lead.
4 minutes, 20 seconds to go here in this game number 4. As it will be Sci-Fi to try to play it out of the corner. Hot Sauce the Pirate with the clear into the zone. TSR for Sci-Fi, and that is an absolute boomer. What a goal from Sci-Fi.
Kind of sloppy play so far here in game. Cars kind of just flying around everywhere. Kerwood maybe feeling a little bit too excited there, trying to challenge that ball when maybe he shouldn't have, giving the ball or giving Tyrants an easy goal. They're able to put that one on target. Lots of interesting plays here early.
Well, I know that we are still underway, and of course, with that bracket challenge that we've had, you know, like I said, 30% of all the brackets submitted had these two teams in the finals, and of those 30%, 60% of people said the Outlaw take this series over top of the Tyrants. So a pretty even split. I mean, 60%, certainly not anything to write home about, I think, if you're the Outlaws, but they're looking to press the advantage, and they're going to find another one. I'm not sure what's happening to the Tyrants' defense, but they're just not getting the touches they need to clear these balls away.
No, bad touch, which puts them out of position. I think Kerwood kind of read the situation. He knew all he had to do was put that ball off the backboard because the Tyrants were not in a position to make that touch. So then Hot Sauce able to send it home. Tyrants are really going to have to kind of just sit back, relax, breathe. Good save there by TSR. Really just kind of shore up their defense and make those defensive stops turn into your offensive opportunities. I think they may be sitting too far in the offensive zone. There's a misplay there, and TSR kind of in a bad spot, but it's able to make the save. If you can shore up defensively and turn that defense into offense, that might work best for them.
Well, they still do need to find the offense. They're down 2 goals here in this game. Hot Sauce can't quite challenge TSR to put that one in the net. Now it's going to be TSR, and this is what I'm kind of saying about possession as well, is that you see the Tyrants team, they get a clear, and so often do we see them just boom it down right into the hands of the awaiting Outlaws defender, and it's not proper Rocket League. You need to keep possession of this ball. Yes, you're going to get opportunities eventually, like this one here, but really, those opportunities aren't working out for them. They need to maintain possession. They need to go for these more solo plays, or at least look for infield passing plays, something of that nature, instead of just this kind of dump and chase style that they're playing right now.
Yeah, something I'm kind of seeing. I used to play goaltender back in the day, and my philosophy was I wasn't going to every goal, but I at least had to make the other team earn it. And so far, Tyrants haven't done anything to make themselves earn the goals. Outlaws have been able to just kind of sit back, and the offensive attacks have been telegraphed. I think just because TSR and the rest of the Tyrants are just kind of sending the ball in with no rhyme or reason. So Tyrants, as you said, need to find those passing plays or really just need to set up those crazy solo plays. So far, the ball has just been banged into the offensive zone and it hasn't worked for them.
Yeah, well, we did see the Tyrants get an opportunity just recently. They weren't able to put it home and hit off the post, as that one did as well. Kerwood getting stopped once more on the goal line. TSR with a little bit of a chip play. Sci-Fi's going to challenge. That's a good play from him to keep that one high and away from the goal. Minute and 10 seconds to go. 2-goal deficit, I should say, in favor here of the Outlaws. That's one's going to be cleared all the way back down. Sci-Fi will have to chase this into the corner. Gets a little bit of a flick up. Gets challenged there by Kerwood. TSR, good save. Now he's got to try to rotate onto offense, and they're not quite doing it. They just cannot find the touches to get out of their zone and maintain possession. And it's just the Outlaws are suffocating them at every single turn.
Yeah, Tyrants I know are certainly capable of creating those offensive opportunities, and they are trying their hardest. Outlaws just doing a great job of thwarting those offensive attacks. Great save there by TSR to keep this one still manageable, but Outlaws doing a great job maintaining possession of the ball and keeping it out of dangerous areas. There's another good clear by Hot Sauce the Pirates. Outlaws just kind of in control of this one. Tyrants not able to do anything.
Well, looks like this game just about to wrap up. The 2-goal lead holding strong for the Outlaws here through the end of game number 4. And like I said, they now have the momentum going into game 5. They have the the 3-1 series lead, and they've got 3 match points in a row against the Tyrants team that have not been able to solve them yet.
Yeah, Outlaws doing a great job as a team. They're doing a really good job of rotating on defense. Often scoring opportunities are creative when no one is challenging the ball quick enough, and something that Hot Sauce and Kerwood are both doing is making sure that someone is always challenging the ball. And Tyrants only able to get 3 shots on target that time, only one of them going in, but not able to find offensive scoring opportunities because Outlaws are doing such a good job of just pressuring the ball, clearing it out of the zone, and turning it into offensive opportunities for themselves.
Well, yeah, if we take a look at the shots, of course, it's heavily in favor of the Outlaw. 9 shots to the 3 of the Tyrants, and yeah, 5 saves to TSR. That's not a bad save total, but you don't want to be making saves. If your defense is on point, you're not going to have to be making all those saves on the goal line.
True.
Well, we are here. Game number 5. This could be the final one of the evening if the Outlaws can secure it. They will set a date with the Puffins in the grand finals of the Academy League. For the Tyrants, this just another game on the road to the comeback. They need to win this one to send us to a game number 6, as Kerwood going to play that one down. TSR will have the first opportunity. Sci-Fi there doesn't get the touch he was looking for. And man, the Outlaws get away with one early on. TSR still looking to punish, but Kerwood will get the save.
Yeah, Tyrants have to feel like they're kind of in a weird spot. They know that they're capable of playing a lot better than they are. They're capable of good mechanical touches and playing well as a team. They just haven't been able to in the past 3 games, so they have to do whatever it takes mentally to just kind of reset their play so far and just find a way to steal this one away from the Outlaws.
Well, it's going to be Kerwood to play it down into the corner. TSR won't be able to find the touch. There's Hot Sauce, and Sci-Fi will eventually clear it out. Here comes TSR once more to play this one down. Hot Sauce the Pirate out towards the front. No follow-up, though. We continue to play on. We are scoreless here in game number 5. Played just about a minute 15. As TSR looking for the pass across. Actually, that one's just going to go in. A good goal there from TSR to start us off.
I had kind of been paying attention to TSR. There had been about 2 or 3 touches in a row from him that weren't quality, weren't what he's capable of. I'm very excited that he was able to put that behind him, come off that wall perfectly, aerial into the ball, and put it into the goal. That might kind of give him the confidence he needs to make more of those quality touches and give the Tyrants the boost they need to steal a game away from the Outlaws.
Sci-Fi is going to challenge Kerwood there, and he's still looking for a touch. Hot Sauce the Pirate instead will try to keep this one in mid. does get the next touch as well, and this is going to force the Tyrants back into their own corner. It's the Outlaws who are behind here in game 5. They've got to try to find the equalizer, as we have played only about 2 minutes so far. Kerwood and Hot Sauce trying to combine to get this one out. Sci-Fry off the sidewall. It's going to be Hot Sauce. TSR, good challenge, looking for this second touch. Kerwood, not the greatest play. It's going to fall down in front. Hot Sauce has to help him out. That is a good touch to try to clear it away, but still Sci-Fry keeps it in. Gets over top of Hot Sauce out in front. TSR, no problems for him. It's 2-0.
That whole sequence started about 15 seconds ago when Hot Sauce was the one carrying the offense, but he had no boost. You don't want to be in that situation. Lost possession of the ball, rotated back into the goal with no boost, and that is what led him to not being able to make that play. Tyrants taking advantage of the opportunity there with the goaltender having no boost and in a good spot, still at almost a halftime. Outlaws gonna be able to equalize this one, but so far Tyrants have had the advantage. Good save there by Kerwood.
Yeah, the Tyrants definitely have come out swinging here in game number 5. They want to extend this series as much as they possibly can. That's another play from TSR. That's a hat trick from him. He has really opened up here in game 5.
Yeah, not really giving any question to this one as to who's going to dominate the game. So far, it's been Tyrants, and more specifically, it's been TSR kind of carrying the team, scoring all 3 goals just past halftime, getting the demo there on Pirate. Great play by TSR. Great play so far in this entire game.
Well, now it's going to be Sci-Fry to clear it back down. We've played over half of this game. Will be TSR once more to keep it in. Kerwood doesn't find the touch. Hot Sauce will bang it off his own back wall. It does clear it out for now, but still the ball in the Outlaws half. As Sci-Fry goes up the wall, won't be able to find the touch to keep it in. Actually, he does manage to beat out Hot Sauce the Pirate there. That's a good pass. The transition play not quite working out in their favor quite yet. A bump onto TSR. Can Hot Sauce turn this in? He doesn't have any boost, but it'll find a way.
Great play by Hot Sauce the Pirate. Had the wherewithal to realize that TSR was the back one back. Even though he was driving away from, he got the touch, and then he realized there's no one behind TSR, so he turned on the ball and hit that one home. Great play by Hot Sauce the Pirate. That's the type of thing you're going to need if you're an Outlaws player to kind of get back into this game.
Well, still the Tyrants. They don't want to stop this offensive aggression. Kerwood will try to clear it away. TSR keeping it in the zone. High along the back wall. Hot Sauce the Pirate gets over top of Sci-Fry. Can Kerwood turn this into an opportunity? He's going up for it. Gets a good touch. Solid touch on that. Hot Sauce the Pirate. I don't think he got quite the touch he wanted, but Kerwood will put it in. A good play from Kerwood, and we are back to a 1-goal game.
I thought it might have been Hot Sauce originally who was going to read that one. He didn't, which I think kind of created the scramble situation. Maybe Tyrants were expecting Hot Sauce to have the touch as well. When he didn't, Kerwood scrambled, and that's 2 quick goals for the Outlaws. 75 seconds left in this one. Tons of time for the Outlaws to change the tides here and take this one.
Well, they are on the attack now as Kerwood keeps it in. He's looking for the touch pass. Sci-Fry, it's going to come off the back wall, out in front. Sci-Fry, no panic there, does try to play it away, but Hot Sauce the Pirate's going to keep it in. DSR looking to see if he can find the challenge. He will do just that. As we are in the final 45. Sci-Fry looking for the demo onto Kerwood, not going to be able to find it. They got to be careful that they don't overcommit to this as Kerwood's going to clear it away. This could be a one-on-one opportunity. Kerwood versus Sci-Fry, but Sci-Fry makes the save. Now it's Hot Sauce to collect the ball. 33 seconds to go. A boomer all the way back down, almost in the back of the net. Sci-Fry across the box to TSR. That goes a bit too far there. Does TSR roll that one in? No, it's off the post and cleared away by Kerwood. We're in the final 15 seconds, and they still can't get the ball out. Here we go. Hot Sauce the Pirate, one-on-one. This Sci-Fry doesn't get the fake. I thought he'd try for the flick play to at least put the ball on goal. But that might do it for the Outlaw unless they can keep this up. 3 seconds ticking off the clock. Hot Sauce the Pirate not going to let the game end here quite yet. Good challenge from TSR, and I think that's going to do it. We are in to game number 6.
Yeah, I don't think anyone coming into this series expected a victory. either team. So we're getting closer to kind of what the fans were expecting. This series now 3-2 in favor of the Outlaws. We were very close though. That was a tale of two halves. Tyrants dominating in the first half, Outlaws dominating in the first half of the second half, if you will. We were one flick away from Hot Sauce the Pirate getting the ball on the top of his car and flicking it over to the defender to tying that one. He couldn't get the touch he needed, so we're going into our next game, game 6. Outlaws still with match point, and I think both teams very competitive. Outlaws obviously with the advantage, only needing one of the next two. Tyrants needing both, but both teams kind of going back and forth. I don't think either team necessarily has the advantage going in here.
No, it's certainly not. And again, we talked about TSR, and I think that he's going to be kind of the make or break player for the Tyrants going into game number 6. Obviously 7 shots, 3 goals in that game. Sci-Fry, he looked a bit, I'm not going to say he looked lost, but he didn't have the touches that I think we come to expect from a player of his caliber here in the Academy League. And TSR really stepped up to the plate, got all 3 goals for his team, and really put them on his back. Game number 6 is going to be TSR.
Yeah, if I know that I have a player like TSR on my team, I can kind of let him take the support role. So that might be what Sci-Fry did there, kind of made sure that they were sound on defense and making sure that they were rotating well and making sure that TSR was taking care of the offensive side of things. So we might see that again, or we might see kind of them switch roles and maybe Sci-Fry kind of catch the Outlaws off guard. Regardless, I think this will be a great matchup. Great save there by Kerwood on the offensive chance by Sci-Fry. I expect this to be back and forth. Another great opportunity and an almost finish by Sci-Fry.
Are you kidding?
They can't find the goal. My goodness, they had so many chances.
Yeah, 3 crossbars in a row, 3 back-to-back shots that should have found the back of the net, and they don't put it in. This could be the beginning of the end, and that's not what I want to say about this Tyrants team. Those are shots that have to go in, especially in the game 6 of the conference finals.
Yeah, you've seen in this series, you don't get a lot of easy opportunities. That one, and when you get 3 in a row, you have to find a way to finish those. I mean, you got to put that behind you at this point and realize it's still 0-0, and you still have to find a way to win this game. Hot Sauce not able to really get it clear, so that's kind of dangerous. A little double commit there from the Outlaws. But Tyrants had chances. You feel like you have to finish those. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite them.
3:20 to go. Still nothing here in game number 6. TSR turning around on this one, looking to put the touch towards the net. It's just going to pop up here. Kerwood playing this down for Hot Sauce. Hot Sauce up in the air. Can he find the touch? Not quite. Out for Kerwood to try to challenge TSR. Will stay in the Tyrants zone. Out of the corner comes Sci-Fry with the ball, trying to maintain possession. Good play from him there, but Kerwood will get the challenge eventually. Still, Hot Sauce has to go up to make the clear. We're back to this kind of slow, steady game from both of these teams. Not too big of a surprise, but Hot Sauce will find a sneaky little touch to put his team on top.
What an angle. Hot Sauce picking up the boost that he needed and angling his car, hitting it off the front left corner of his Octane and in. I don't know if the Tyrants defender were expecting that one, but Tyrants are back against the wall again. They're 1 game away from losing this one and find themselves 1 goal down almost to halftime.
TSR up to play this one. It's a good bounce off the back wall, but Sci-Fry just a bit too far away to do anything of value with that, as now it's going to be Kerwood to clear it back down. TSR looking to play out of his own zone. Kerwood not going to let that happen, as this one's off the sidewalk. Can Kerwood put this one in? Oh, he does. Kerwood getting on the board as well.
Great touch there, driving parallel to the goal, perpendicular to the back line. Just does the kind of quarter flip, the half flip there to the left to get that one over the defender. Outlaws not taking their foot off the pedal. 2 goals up with just over 2 minutes remaining. Tyrants find themselves in a peculiar predicament, having to score 2 goals early. They get one there as if it was easy, scoring one off the kickoff. Great play there.
Yeah, Hot Sauce doesn't get the challenge he wants, and Sci-Fi just in position to follow it up. A good play from the Tyrants, and yeah, the kickoff goals, they can burn you, certainly. They've done that thus far against the Outlaws team, but you can't rely on those kickoff goals to get you back into the game every single time. They now have to find another goal with 2 minutes to go. Kerwood towards the net. Good save from Sci-Fi. Now it's going to be TSR to play this one down. Gets it over top of Hot Sauce. This one's out in front. What a great pass, but Hot Sauce cuts across to make the save.
Great play to pass it off the back wall to himself, but then even better play. I think Hot Sauce had seen that before, kind of read, saw what was happening, was able to put himself in a good position. Thwarted that scoring opportunity. Tyrants probably feel like they needed that one, but are able to get it back. Great shot by TSR to find the back of the goal to tie this one up.
Yeah, good play. Kerwood not getting the touch he wants. And then, of course, TSR with a laser beam right over top of the goaltender. We are tied up 2-2. A minute 32 to go here in game number 6. The Outlaw, again, looking to punch their ticket to the conference finals. There's a touch for Kerwood, and they're back on top.
You talked about kickoff goals. Tyrants were able to get one to back in this game, and once they tie it, they give themselves they give one up themselves. I think Hot Sauce did a really good job there. I think he driving the defender up onto the wall to kind of clear him out of goal, so great job there. He might have created that scoring opportunity.
Minute 20 to go. 3-2. Outlaws takes another shot. Good play there from TSR to make the save. Now he's trying to drive down the pitch. Kerwood doesn't quite get the touch here, as it's going to be Sci-Fi looking for the equalizer. They've got a minute 5 seconds to do so. This ball's out in front. Sci-Fi the shot. He scores. And we are tied up yet again with just about a minute left.
I knew that was going to be chaos for Outlaws because Kerwood touched the ball straight to the middle of the field, but Hot Sauce hadn't been able to come back around to make the next touch, so it was going to be Sci-Fi, the first one, just to bury that home. Unfortunate play there. This has turned out to be as exciting as the series has been as a whole. If Tyrants can find a goal here and steal this one away, we might find ourselves in a Game 7.
Well, the Outlaw are looking to press the attack. Kerwood had a chance, but it does go well wide of the net there as Sci-Fi tries to turn this one away. Is going to play it. Hot Sauce with the challenge out of the corner. TSR gets the touch. It's going to be Sci-Fi to play it up. 35 seconds to go. Kerwood into the corner, off the corner wall. He's got an opportunity. It's going to bounce on to the hood of Sci-Fi to clear it away, but the Outlaws keeping up the pressure. Kerwood, shot on goal. TSR with the save. 22 seconds to go. The Outlaw looking for the golden goal to send them to the finals. That's Hot Sauce still trying to keep the attack on. We are in the final 10 seconds of regulation. This ball's going to fall down out in front. Kerwood might have a follow-up touch. He does. That one's off the crossbar, and it will stay away for now. The Tyrants still have a little bit of life as we look to overtime.
Lots of scrambles from both teams. Good scoring chances, good defense. Not able to finish. As you said, Outlaws 1 goal away from finals in the Academy League. Tyrants 1 goal away from forcing a Game 7. This is crazy.
Well, this one's going to fall down. Kerwood's there. He scores. And the Outlaw have done it. They take the series over top of the Tyrants. A 4-2 victory in the series. They have a date with the Puffins of the Academy League.
I was expecting a little more overtime there, but as we've talked about a lot, those kickoff goals, and more often than not, Outlaws have found themselves on the front side of those kickoff goals, and if you can get one in overtime, you will take it. Both teams getting 9 shots in that Game 6. It was back and forth the entire time. Both teams had great scoring opportunities, offensive goals. Both teams had great saves, but it was Outlaws who I kind of felt like maintained control of the entire series and were able to win that one in 6 games, taking the 4-2 advantage.
Yeah, a great series from them. Congratulations to the Outlaws advancing to the Grand Finals. And it's going to be an interesting night on Grand Finals night because we will have almost a mirror matchup. We're going to have the Outlaws and the Puffins both in the Foundation and Academy League squaring off to see who is the most dominant franchise in their respective leagues. But, you know, it has been an absolute wonderful night. Of course, the Outlaws, the final victors of the evening. And we've got even more Rocket League tomorrow night with Champion League and Premier League conference finals. I'm so excited for that. But, you know, this series and really just the Academy and Foundation League have really showed us just what level, just how high these teams can play, especially in the spotlight here in these conference finals.
Yeah, tracking these players and these teams throughout the entire season, I know that really makes players improve their game, and seeing these players improve throughout the entire season has just been incredible. And it's showcased here in these conference finals, and here in about 3 weeks in the grand finals. These players have had tremendous performances, and I cannot wait to see what they are capable of in the championship.
Yeah, neither can I. It has been quite a pleasure to have been here tonight to see all of these wonderful, wonderful games. And that is, like I said, it's not all. We will be back same time tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Eastern time for Champ League action, and then followed immediately after by the Premier League conference finals as well. So, guys, I think that is going to do it. My name is Hunted. With me is ZB. And ZB, do you have anything you'd like to say before we sign off for the evening?
No, nothing other than just saying that this was an incredible performance by all teams. Congratulations to the Puffins and the Outlaws in both leagues. Can't wait for the championship.
Well, like I said, with that, Hunted ZB, for Kendo and Vitali, and of course Ryu on the broadcast. Guys, thank you so much for watching. We will see you tomorrow night here on MLE. Have a great evening.